Good day, sir. In this video, I will develop a simple PHP web application that is vulnerable to SQL injection and then modify the code to prevent SQL injection using prepared statements. So I'll start now. Hmm. First is let's go here and hmm, go inside some htdocs. Then let's create folder. Hmm. Hmm. Then let's open VS Code. So start new file. Hmm. Hmm. I'll save this into htdocs. And sa loob ng create nating folder kanina. By the way, we will use PHP for creating. Hmm. Session start. Hmm. Hmm. So by the way, this is for web application that is vulnerable to SQL injection. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, kan? Ito na, video ko mama. Sige. Hmm. Hmm. Um, hmm. 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 I'll create database pa pala. So, okay na yung sum ko. Kanina po kasi is nag-error ang sum. So, inayos ko muna kanina. So, I'll create my database name, testdb, then create ng table. Table and mag-i-insert na rin ako ng data. So, yun, then insert ng data. Lagay natin to. Kasi magagamit mamaya. Okay. So, yun, pumasok na siya. Username siya. Yashinen12345 is the password. Then, balik sa base code. And tuloy ko lang po ito. So, that's, so this is for vulnerable for the SQL injection. So, maglalagay tayo ng alert and valid username. Then below the PHP is our HTML code. So ito save Save natin. So, before the other files, I'll explain. First we start the session. This is important because session allow us to store user data while they are logged in. Then next is include DB connection. So this file contains the details that allow us to interact with our database. So hindi ko pa pala siya nailagay. Lalagay ko na po. DB connection dot php dot php. So here, then next is in this code, server request method equals post. Now we check if the user submitted the login form using the post method here. And this ensures the script runs only when the form is submitted, preventing unnecessary execution. The next one is username equals post. Next, we retrieve the username and password entered by the user. So these values comes from the login fields. Then next is this. We now create an SQL query to check if a user with this username and password exists in our database. So at this point, we have a serious problem. So this code is vulnerable to SQL injection. So this means someone could enter malicious code to access or manipulate our database. So next one is in this line, it prints the SQL query for debugging purposes, but remember displaying queries like this on a live site is dangerous. It should be removed once debugging is complete. Then next one is this result equals connection query. Now we execute the SQL query and check if we found a matching user. Then if there's match, the user is authenticated. Then this one, if the query finds a user, we store the username in the session and redirect them to the home page. So we have the location and we have the home page. So ilalagay ko na pala yung home page. So home.html. So I've already created my HTML code. And here, so the header location here, which is home.html, sends the user to the home page after a successful login. And lastly, if no matching user, we have an alert invalid username or password. We display an alert and redirect back to the login page. So this alert, the user that the login failed and refreshes the login page. So another file for logout is logout.php. Ito naman po para sa logout. Um, if we later makikita po natin yung button doon. So if we click the logout button and babalik po siya sa login page natin. Then balik sa so I'll try to bypass this and let's see how this website is vulnerable to SQL injection. So I will use this SQL injection stream. Mm, that's fine. So try to log in. So let's try this one. So here successfully log in using this SQL injection query. So let's log out now. So here, so after developing a vulnerable SQL injection web application, I will modify my code to prevent SQL injection using prepared statements. So let's go. I will just change this PHP. Username. So may mga papalitan lang po dito. Let's put this inside. And with this, then SQL, select all users where this is. SQL select all users where this is. So, tanggalin na to. Yung palitan ng sign STMT. So, copy this one. Then, so, so next is if result in university. So, ito lang to. So, so, HTML. Let's see. So let's just copy this one. So try na natin. Let's try again. Wait, by the way, may explain lang to ako dito sa code natin. So, start na lang natin dito kasi na-explain ko naman na dito about sa session start. So, I will just start here. So, now we retrieve the username as and password. So, trimming any extra spaces. So, trimming prevents accidental spaces from causing login failures. The next one is this SQL and STMT, etc. Here's where things get more secure. Instead of directly inserting values into our query, we use prepared statements to prevent SQL injection. So, ito po yun. So, prepared statements ensures that even if a user inputs malicious SQL code, it won't execute, making our database safer. So, yung the bind param here, the one that I highlighted, it binds the username to the query securely. The next one, this code, we now check if a user with a given username exists. Then, if we find match, we fetch their information. And at this point, we have the user stored data, including their hash password here. So here's the most important part is the password verification, which is this pala. So best practice is we use password verify. So to check the password against the hash password stored in database. So, bali dalawa po ito. So, what if the password are not hashed din? So, gumamit ako dito. So, for temporary setups where passwords are stored as plain text, yung kagaya dito sa database. So, hindi po siya naka-hash. Um, which is not recommended po sana. We can use a direct comparison. So, I use this. So, plain text password are risky. So, always hash password using password hash when storing them. Pero, ginamit ko po ito kasi hindi po nakahash yung password ko sa database. Then, lastly is this one, validations. If the password is incorrect or the user doesn't exist, we display an error here. Then, when the we then close the database connection to free up resources. So, this is the code here. So, let's try po to log in. So, my username is Shaiya Shane, and 12345 is the password. So, here, nakapasok tayo sa homepage. So, let's try to bypass this one. Let's try to bypass. We'll use this SQL injection. So, kung gumana to, or kung hindi to gumana, it means our website is secured. Hindi kagaya sa una kanina. So, here, we have the suite alert validation, invalid username or password. So my website now is secured. Unlike kanina sa naunang ginawa ko, which is vulnerable siya sa SQL injection. So that's all, sir, and thank you po.